Welcome back to the Sign Summer Bash. I'm Ryan, and I'm joined right now by Jeri and Kyle.
Hi.
I hope you guys watching have all had a chance to see the rest of the videos we posted this week. You can find those at signfracturecare.org/signbash. And you can also check out items in the silent auction that's going on right now. And don't miss out on the summer celebration live stream tonight. That's Thursday, June 25th at 7 p.m. Pacific time. With the social hour starting at 6:30. If you haven't signed up for that yet, go to signfracturecare.org/signbash again, so you can join the party with us. You'll hear from Dr. Zirkle, you'll hear from a sign surgeon, and there's a live auction to participate in there too. And now we have a sign chat with Jeri and Kyle from the program office here at Sign. So we're just going to have a little conversation kind of about what sign programs are. Jeri and Kyle, how are you guys doing today?
Doing
Doing
good.
good. Yeah. I knew my dog was going to walk in as soon as we started recording too. Yeah. If he saw a tail kind of slowly appear and then make its way behind me, that's why.
Hey, that's what we get to do, partying from home. So half the time it's partying with the dogs. So,
Yep.
So can you tell us just a quick overview of like what a sign program is and what that does for a hospital in a developing country?
So a sign program is a hospital that we partner with. We provide them with the orthopedic implants and instruments, which are of course donated to them, as well as ongoing orthopedic education and mentorship. So each sign instrument set comes with 70 intramedullary nails for long bone fractures. But it goes much further than just those 70 nails. It provides the ongoing capacity to support orthopedic care in their community because we replace those nails as we get their reports into our surgical database.
Yeah, and just to kind of add a little extra on the end there, the great thing about the Sign set is that it doesn't require any digital imaging or any kind of high tech in the operating theater. So the Sign set could be used in a hospital that's literally one room in the middle of, like, say, rural Kenya, to a huge hospital in Cambodia where they treat 700 patients with Sign a year. And that's just shows the versatility and just how easy it is to use Sign as a surgeon, and how it doesn't really matter what is in the hospital. It's just the expertise of the surgeon that really counts.
Yeah, that's great. And so your office communicates with surgeons all around the world, back and forth. How many programs or hospitals are we working with now?
I think the last official count was 354 or so. So, and growing every day, every week. So,
Yeah, on average, we start between 20 to 25 probably each year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's great. That's enough to keep you guys busy for sure.
Yeah.
In addition to just the communication with that, you guys help to coordinate to get shipments and educational resources and a lot of things that surgeons need. So what kind of education specifically and resources do we make available for surgeons who are part of the Sign family?
So we do send out daily mentorship and comments from our president and founder, Dr. Zirkle, and also our board chips into that and participates in that as well. So each case that the surgeons enter into the database, that gets reviewed by either Dr. Zirkle or our board members, and they give feedback and ask questions and engage the surgeons in conversation. So that's a really valuable piece of that education. And within the last few years, we've also launched an online educational resource that we call the Hub.
Mm-hmm.
And on there we have, our technique manuals. We have a forum where the surgeons can engage with each other and ask questions. We have a blog that with posts and questions written by Dr. Zirkle, other sign surgeons, other mentors. And then there's a whole library on there as well. It has journal articles, presentations given at previous sign conferences, and some video series that have been put together by Dr. Zirkle and our engineers.
Yeah, so along with what Jerry said, we have the hub, and we're hoping that it continues to grow as surgeons kind of become more aware of it and more comfortable using the hub. We already get some stories or patients that they want to talk about. They'll post X-rays and
Mm.
a whole list of like, hey, I was thinking about using this technique. What do other people think? And we're really hoping that becomes a community for science surgeons to really interact with each other and make the connections and kind of discover and learn together as they progress through their careers.
Yeah, sounds like a great resource for surgeons. And to pull all that into one place is pretty incredible. So, uh, one of the things we're raising money for with this summer bash here is for our procedural learning lab, which is a bioskills lab setting here at Science headquarters in Richland. Um, what will that new facility help you to be able to create and provide for surgeons?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure Jerry would agree when I say that the bioskills labs for every conference is the most like looked forward to thing for surgeons. It's always very well attended. People want to go to as many different sessions as they can, right?
Mhm.
So having a facility like that that's at our headquarters that we can have access to year round really just opens the possibilities of maybe doing some smaller training sessions throughout the year. Like our engineers can get in there and try certain things and test out different equipment or ideas that they're thinking about. I mean, it kind of sounds like a cop out, but like the sky's kind of the limit with it. Like this really opens up so many more possibilities. Having a learning lab here where we can just experiment and try things because our surgeons are always innovating and experimenting. And we also as an organization have to do the same.
And what Kyle didn't mention, maybe he's a little shy about it, but he's our resident videographer. So having that on-site facility also means that we can create some training videos for the surgeons that would eventually be able to go up on the hub. So you get that 24/7 access to videos that it's great and valuable to get it in person once a year, but that really just opens it up to you can access it anytime, and even more of our surgeons will be able to watch those technique videos. So that's a really exciting thing for us to be able to provide.
Yeah, that sounds like a really awesome opportunity. And yeah, hopefully we'll just keep growing that and expanding it so we can be a better resource for surgeons all the time. Um, as you guys interact with surgeons a lot, obviously with planning the conference and bringing them here and with emailing back and forth with them, is there any one that's kind of at the top of your mind right now about how the partnership with Sign has helped them in their hospital?
You're asking us to pick favorites of the science surgeons?
I realize that you're not
I mean,
like this is the top surgeon or anything, but
yeah,
just
right, yeah.
back and forth. Is there someone on the top of your mind right now?
I mean, there's always, the great thing about science surgeons is, I mean, they just have like such a great spirit to them. They really care about their patients. And we can probably rattle off a list of surgeons who or just really do exemplary work and that are literally working 7 days a week year round to provide care to the patients in their areas. So um and I don't know if I can call it a specific one. Jerry, do you want to? I'll just
He's
hot
throwing it
potato that
at me
question
over
to
there.
Jerry.
Uh, Well, another great aspect of the science surgeons is that they take it upon themselves to teach each other, which is really awesome. We have a couple sites in Ghana that we've sent. We get an application from a program. The doctor needs some training in how to do sign technique. So we've got these awesome doctors in Ghana that we've sent several potential sign surgeons to get training. And then you've got some people that are out there with traveling sets. And one of our most notable ones that I think we've talked about a couple times, if you follow Sign, is in Myanmar. So we have some surgeons that are out there in the periphery in rural areas. They're trained, but they don't have the equipment and they don't necessarily have the volume of fractures to need a set full time. So we have Dr. Ong out there who is going around with a sign set site to site on a bus and with his team, and they're bringing them the equipment when they need it, and also providing some guidance and training where needed. So that's off the top of my head. I guess I did pick favorites, but
Well, also we're talking
everybody's my
about,
favorite.
yeah.
Yeah.
We were also talking a little bit before we started recording, just like in Ethiopia, they're trained, the residents are now trained with sign, and so they'll go on and when they get stationed at whatever hospital they get stationed at after their residency, they want to bring sign with them there. So a lot of how sign spreads is really, surgeon to surgeon, word of mouth, people talking to each other about it. And then, we'll get all sorts of emails during the week from so and so who talked to this surgeon at this hospital and they want to start a program where they're at. So
Mhm.
And they hold their own sign conferences too.
yeah.
That's amazing. Like surgeons will come from all across the country and gather. Cambodia's done it. Myanmar too, I believe, has had one. Kenya. So it's
Afghanistan.
awesome.
Yeah, I mean, that's great. And part of what Sign is just creating that network. And it's great to see that it's not just pushing out education from us to surgeons, but they're becoming the leaders and taking that role on themselves and providing that education and teaching us a lot of things too. So thanks again for talking with us, for talking us through some what the programs are, and how we can be a little part of helping surgeons around the world. So, and I hope to see you at the Sign Summer Bash tonight. To celebrate and have some fun. So,
We'll be there, but we don't have cool sunglasses like that. So,
Well,
well,
I mean, I got sunglasses.
there.
kind of. It's just me.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Ryan.
All right. Thanks a lot. Bye.